Alrighty, welcome to episode 5 of Boozing with Fire. Not the best takes out of us last week, huh, boys?
Tough takes, like usual.
Tough takes.
I mean, we literally said, guarantee Mookie will be back in Boston next year. The next day, he signs that monster contract.
I couldn't be any more confident.
Well,
I mean, this is why we're not getting paid for this. I mean,
you said that, not me. You.
I think most of us
spot on with Verlander, buddy.
Yeah.
We all agreed. As soon as you said Mookie's going back to Boston, I literally go, I don't doubt it.
I think everybody here was all in agreement on that one, pal.
I think everyone was. And
I never agreed.
Still think Cora's going back. Yeah, that's another story for
Cora's
another day.
gotta go back. Cora's gotta go. I mean, this is a bad baseball team.
Well, since you said that, Cora's gonna be the next coach of somewhere else.
I know.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean,
he's gonna sign tomorrow.
Yeah. I also have to correct one thing. It's only Yankee fans that still care about the Astros and Joe Kelly. And that's it. Joe Kelly's the only other person that cares, and he's an angry man.
That was awesome.
Okay. That was awesome. And can we just say how ridiculous 8 games is?
Terrible.
I mean, he said a lot after. If he just threw at him, he probably doesn't get 8 games. It's the way he walks off the mound and he's saying, dude, you got to realize there's no fans in these stadiums. Every little thing that these players say gets picked up on microphones. Like, you literally heard Dusty Baker screaming from the dugout, "Get back on the mound, you motherfucker." Like, that can't
awesome.
happen on national broadcasts. That's why there was suspensions.
One, he didn't even hit anyone.
Oh, I mean, dude.
But he didn't.
He hit Bregman.
2. Did he hit?
Didn't he walked
He hit Bregman.
Yeah.
No, he hit Bregman. Look at it. He hit Bregman. Watch it.
I'm telling you, it was 3-0. He threw behind him. He missed him.
Yeah, I don't think he hit him. I don't think he hit either. He tried, but I don't think he did. And first of all, who gives a shit? 8 games. Think about 8 games. It's actually 21 games if it was a full season. You're going to suspend a guy for 21 games because he threw at a guy that was cheating for 3 fucking years?
I mean,
they told him that.
The league told it.
They had to set an example. They had to set an example. It would have happened all year.
He's appealing. I think he's gonna get half of those taken off.
You think Manfred's gonna do anything that's not gonna defend these guys? Manfred has been defending them since the start. Manfred's awful, man. He is not about justice. He's about these are my rules and everybody's gonna play by them. He set the warning, and that's it. You know, he's not gonna put up with people ignoring what he said.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. 8 is a lot of games. Dude, that's almost a 1/6 of the season.
Joe Kelly throws in triple digits every fastball he throws. He could have killed him. They're not gonna let that go, man. They're not gonna let it go. He threw at their heads. It's not even like he threw at their waist. He threw at their heads. He knew what he was doing, and he knew he was gonna get suspended. He doesn't care.
I agree.
The best was the end. Nice swing,
Everyone
bitch.
Cares, bro.
That was
It's awesome.
That was the best part.
Dude, the faces he was making at Correa, I think that was incredible. I mean, listen, I'm not hating all the Astros, but Carlos Correa, I couldn't give a shit less about that dude. That guy doesn't shut his mouth for anything. He just talks and talks and talks. I throw at him.
Yeah, he's a real scumbag, honestly, the way he dealt with it. And then Bregman's speech was so bad, he couldn't say more than 3 words put together. He was like, "I am very sorry for everything."
The teleprompter was moving a little slow for him.
I don't know what. I thought he literally sounded like he had like dyslexia. Like, I don't know what the hell that was.
I mean, maybe Joe Kelly did hit him. Maybe he's concussed. Maybe we were watching.
I really thought he hit him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man.
But let's So how do you guys feel about opening day? It was pretty good for both of us now.
How do you feel about week 1 in general? I mean, because I had some up and downs. You guys had a weird opening week. Let's talk about that for a second. These Marlins are just going to ruin everything for everybody, man.
It's over.
They're going to ruin everything for everybody.
Now, I didn't think there was going to be an asterisk, But now there's a possibility that there could be if not every team plays 60 games. Because now you're going to have to do win-loss percentage, and that's a tough pill
I
to
saw they're
swallow.
not going to do that.
They're not going to.
I saw they're
That's
not
right
do
now until more
They're
teams
redoing
get
the schedule.
I know, I get that. I get that.
Where
like,
are they gonna play these games though? Like where it doesn't fit in. There's only 6 total off days. You guys already had one official one, so now you're down to 3 off days for the rest of the season.
They're doing double headers. They were thinking about. There's been talks of double headers, 7 innings, 2 7-inning games, or 1 9-inning, 1 7-inning game. Who knows? No one knows what the hell's going on. Honestly, Manfred's freaking out.
They're making a mockery of this season.
It sucks. It's the first week of the season.
What do you expect? What do you expect? There's no bubble. I mean,
I know.
Dude, you have the NBA players almost getting it because they want to get pizza at 12 o'clock at night and try and hook up with girls. Yeah,
Magic
exactly.
City, baby.
I actually saw, they're investigating the Marlins. I saw a report that actually they were in a strip club in Atlanta.
Had to. I don't.
They were at Magic City? Wow.
Man, as bad as it was, like, here's the thing. The craziest part about all of it is them coming out and saying, yeah, we had a couple guys not feeling that great Sunday morning, but, we never thought about not playing. Like,
I know.
Lie. Just lie. Like, you made yourselves look like morons. That's not okay, man. You're putting people's, well-being at risk. That's not okay.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens. I think they'll improve on everything going forward. We'll see.
I mean,
it's a good sign that they. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
It's a good sign that they were able to adjust on the fly with the Yankees moving to Baltimore.
Yeah, that was.
That's the thing.
Because they're gonna have to do that more often throughout.
They had to have had a plan.
But they didn't. Clearly, they didn't. There's no plan for 50% of a team getting this. Like it just doesn't.
16 officially now and 2 coaches. So it's a lot of players with the COVID-19.
And it clearly shows how quickly it spreads and how uncontrollable it is. If they're getting tested every day or every other day, whatever it might be, and 16 people on a team are getting this, do you really think that there's ever going to be a way to stop this spread without testing them in between innings, in between at-bats? It's going to be in between pitches pretty soon. Like, it's not possible, man. It's not possible.
We'll see if they nip it in the bud. Like, the Phillies didn't get it somehow.
Because
we don't know yet. Honestly, it takes up to 2 weeks to get test positive. Who knows? That's the thing, Phillies. Like, this is why it's gonna get out of control because Phillies are gonna test negative, and then 2 weeks later, when they actually would test positive, they're gonna play a game somewhere, get infected. They get infected. Everyone's literally screwed. No baseball. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm saying it's possible. I'm not saying it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But with 2020, the shit that's gone down so far, I don't doubt this happening.
Yeah,
nothing's gone right.
Do you actually think we're gonna get a full season? There's no chance, man. Like they showed week 1 that the players and coaches aren't willing to do the right thing. It's dumb.
You can bet.
We're just watching this for nothing. Is what you're saying.
Minus 200.
We're all just watching this for nothing.
Gets delayed.
I completely think so. Unfortunately.
What is it? Minus 200, Eddie? That the
minus
season gets
200
delayed?
that the season gets delayed.
Yeah. Vegas always knows. I mean, you went with them on every pick last week, but for some reason, Vegas has no idea on this one.
Optimistic.
Yeah, no, okay. It's a favor for that to happen. Vegas knows some shit that's going on.
Done good. The NBA's done good. I know it's a bubble, but I feel like
is in a bubble, and they aren't really doing that great. Players are ignoring the rules of the bubble, and they haven't even played a game yet. You think all of a sudden they're just going to be like, you know what? Let's lock in. We'll be fine. Like, no, they don't care. These guys are going to do what they want because they have the same mentality as you, honestly. That, it's all going to be fine. This virus isn't that bad. It's going to be controlled. It's not. Clearly isn't.
I know it's tougher for the MLB to do a bubble, but they should have implemented something. They should have done something.
Football's gonna
do anything.
Yeah, I mean it's just a really messed up situation overall, but hopefully they can figure something out and we can make the best out of a not great situation.
Yeah, so you can ask one.
So Nichols, do you still want Diaz as your closer?
I've never wanted Diaz as my closer. I've openly said that I want the guy shipped to the moon. Openly.
Second question.
I say it every day.
Do you want Diaz on your team?
I want Diaz off the planet. I don't know how else I can make this any more clear. I want the guy gone.
Would you want Diaz to be the first man on Mars?
I want Diaz to be the first man on Pluto. Get
Where's
rid of him.
bullpen?
Honestly, I'm
For a long
gonna
time.
play devil's advocate
Not the
really
worst
quickly.
bullpen. He's just
Not
really
a good
bad.
bullpen. Not a good bullpen.
What? Who else in the bullpen besides Edwin Diaz has been bad?
I mean, I'm
wanna know.
saying historically.
Dude, we went through this last week, and
Yeah,
you were wrong last week. You're still
It's
wrong.
not wrong. You talked about Syndergaard's great game in the playoffs, and you forgot to conveniently mention who blew it right after that whole conversation.
What?
The game that you talked about with Syndergaard when he locked down against Bumgarner. It's been the constant.
Familia had 57 saves that year. That year. You would have put him in that situation too if you were managing. So I don't know in what world you think that a 57 save closer is the wrong person to put in a wild card game. No matter what, you make that choice.
Yeah, but Familia does choke on the
over
biggest
and over.
games.
It's just
So does
it's not just him. It's just
so is
historical.
Chapman.
He
Settle
also
down.
helped win a World Series.
Settle down.
Let's hear it.
Settle down.
He helped the Cubs win a World Series though too.
Did he
It's
help
great
you
in
guys
that.
win a World Series? Because I don't think he has a ring with the Yankee logo on it.
Yeah,
I
not
don't.
yet.
He will.
But he-
Wait,
Oh.
my friend.
So wait. So
Mm-hmm.
if Chapman lets up a home run in a big game, it's just a fluke. If Familia does it, it's expected.
It's not a fluke if he does it all the time. It's not a fluke if he
57
throws it all the
saves that
time.
year.
I'm not
57
comparing-
saves that year. Doesn't do it all the time. Doesn't
I'm
do it all.
It's the
Chapman.
biggest game of the year. Yeah, I'm not comparing
how-
those two.
What's Chapman's career high in saves? I'm curious.
I have no idea.
Because I don't think it's anywhere close to 57.
But he has more saves in less games than Familia. I mean, he has a better ERA. But he has more
Better
strikeouts per
teams,
inning.
more blowouts.
I'm sure he has
blew
more
every team
strikeouts.
out last year. We didn't have to use him as much.
Oh my God. Okay. There's always an excuse with you, buddy.
I'm saying
come on,
if you think Familia is a
wanted to
better
attack,
save,
but
if you
Closer.
have Familia over Chapman, then
I'm not saying that, but my point here is that in that situation, you want to bring up situations.
Mm-hmm.
In that situation, every manager in baseball is going to Familia in that situation. Every single one. 10 times out of 10. And it's not even a question. It's not up for debate.
In that year,
Mets
yeah.
fan,
No, I get it.
any
Yeah, I get
Mets
it. That's
fan-
fine.
any Mets
What were you
fan
saying?
but you will agree that your bullpen has sucked for years.
Oh my God.
Any
Okay.
Mets fan but you.
We're gonna move on because this argument's gonna get real tired real quick. We've
NBA
got
back
the
tomorrow.
last 2 weeks. Yeah. NBA's back tomorrow. That's
Brownie.
definitely a little more exciting.
Oh, I
baby,
can't wait.
Lakers, Clippers. What we want to see.
Suit.
Let's hear a predict. Who do you think's gonna win? I think Lakers are gonna blow out the Clippers.
Tomorrow? Yeah, I mean,
Kawhi,
the Clips are
Kawhi is
missing
not back.
3
Yeah,
guys.
and they're missing. Exactly. And Kawhi has averaged 10 points and shooting 29% from the field. So
He's the last
off.
person I ever worried about, ever.
Nah.
Yeah,
nah.
I know.
Always fine.
He's a
I've
machine.
Never worried about that. Yeah, he's literally
He's a
He's
machine.
a
He matters.
he's a fun guy. He's a fun guy.
Yes.
Yeah, he'll be just fine. I'm not worried about him at all. Paul George looked great last game too in their scrimmage. He looked
He
fucking
did.
awesome.
Shot the ball well.
Yeah.
We
Are we just gonna not talk about the Rockets though? I mean, Harden dropped 35 yesterday. It is
Unbelievable.
Like,
Harden
he looked like he's
every-
mid-season form still.
I always
he's
talk.
Yeah.
unbelievable.
yeah, they're gonna score, but they're not gonna defend anybody. Doesn't matter. In the playoffs now,
The
it's
D'Antoni
Yeah.
teams don't defend. They never have.
Honestly,
and
though, I
they've
think
never won.
Yeah.
last year's playoffs showed us that all it takes, though, is an injury or two to define who's going to win. Like, the Warriors lost 2 big pieces. They lost a series they wouldn't have if KD's playing, or even maybe Thompson at the end.
Hey, we'll
Yeah.
never know, unfortunately.
We'll never know. Exactly. But you know what I'm saying? You're telling me if the Rockets run into the Lakers and AD goes down or LeBron goes down and it's just AD, or the Clips and it's just Paul George, or, give me another team out of the West. You're telling me the Rockets can't win in a 7-game series in
Denver?
a situation?
Yeah, but that could
Denver?
happen with any. That could happen with any team. Any team.
That's what I'm
gets a
saying.
couple
That's why
of years,
I wouldn't count the Rockets out. It's still
I
definitely.
wasn't counting the Rockets out. Yeah.
He was, and I was the one that was saying that I don't trust him.
Superstars on the team, but I'm not putting my money, or
No.
as
The Rockets
Jersey
did just lose.
gamblers sprinkle.
Out of time.
Rockets
money.
just lost Eric Gordon though, didn't they? Eric Gordon got injured today.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
2
That's,
weeks.
That's a big loss.
Your sleeper team though is got some players back. The Trailblazers. You got Nurkic and Collins back.
Yeah.
Still plus 450 to even make the playoffs, but I'd actually put some money on that. Plus 450. Yeah, well then Melo, but
Slim Melo. He's ready to go.
You gonna sprinkle plus 450?
Yeah, I
put like $50 on that. Plus 450, dude, for the night playoffs. That's.
I became way less optimistic about the Blazers after watching Steven Adams sit on the floor, dribble, stand up, and just literally walk past every player on the Trailblazers to score. Like, what the hell was that? That was one of the most embarrassing plays I've ever seen a team make defensively. It was awful.
We'll see. They're not a good defensive team.
Saying they're gonna.
They're not great defensive.
Defense isn't their strength.
Strong suit. We're winning games, really. Honestly, their strong suit. But for plus 450, dude, Damian Lillard is so good that you can never rule him out to at least make the playoffs. So, if I was a betting man, which I am, I'll probably lose that money. But
Zion.
I'm probably gonna put some money.
Crazy run. Imagine Zion just goes off.
I just don't think that
NBA's
team's there yet.
praying.
They want it to happen. I don't think it's. You
can make it push for the AC.
I'm really excited though to just watch Lonzo and Zion the next couple of years. Like they might make some magic happen. They already look great.
Ingram.
Together.
What about Ingram? He might be comeback player of the year.
No? Dude, Ingram is nice.
Is it most improved? Is it most improved? The award is.
He wouldn't be comeback because he played last year.
No, that's what I'm saying. Most improved.
Most improved player. Yeah, that makes sense.
Dude, he's averaging like 24 points a game, 25.
Yeah,
there was a bunch of guys that
he's always a good scorer, but like
they thought he was gonna be a beast when he was on the Lakers too. I mean,
also, dude, he's been in the league for like 5 years. He's like 23.
I know.
Guys, he's young, dude. He came out. I mean, he only came out after his first year. Well, he's been there he's like 23 years old. Like
one of the rare signs that trade works out for both teams.
I know, right?
Yeah. The Pelicans improve. Well, you lose AD. I don't know.
You're not going to win.
He didn't want to be there.
He doesn't want to be.
He didn't want to be there. He wasn't going to stay on the court because he didn't want to be there. Like every time the guy got a little hangnail, he didn't want to be on the court. He openly did not want to play for that team.
Oh yeah, it was just negative energy. You can't. Yeah, you have to get rid of that.
It's a locker room cancer. I mean, he's not going to be like that with the Lakers, I'm sure, because he wants to be there. But it happens. It happens all the time. I mean, not to completely go off the grid, but look at Jamal Adams. He openly didn't want to be there, so they moved him, and the Jets got a huge haul for him because he has the talent.
Great haul, Jake. Yeah. Great haul.
I'm gonna miss him, but honestly, dude, at the end of the day, I really don't want a player that doesn't want to be on the team because
exactly
it's always a fucking cancer, and it never works. There's never a time where a guy doesn't want to be on the team, but then prevails and like wins you anything. Like you never hear that because it doesn't happen.
Kawhi Leonard,
it's not like
coach.
Kawhi wanted to be there for that year.
What do you mean?
He might have had.
Be there.
Kawhi completely bought into it. What do you
mean? Yeah, but Kawhi's a professional that bought into the system, and he's a winner. He went in and won.
Kawhi wasn't. Did he call you and tell you this? Because Kawhi never openly said, "I don't want to be here." Like
anyone,
we're talking about guys who openly say, "I don't want to be here."
He left. He wanted to be in LA.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Right, but
he also bought into the system.
He was all in.
He was all in.
He went all in because he's a winner, but he didn't actually want to be in Toronto. He wanted to play in LA. He got dealt there, went with the situation, made the best of it, won a title, and left.
Yeah, that's fine. That's not what we're talking about.
We're not. We're
You-
talking about guys who are with teams that openly say, "I do not want to be here. I want to be traded." Kawhi never said that.
Not even close.
Yeah, I didn't say
All right.
anything.
Say it, but
He
you know.
definitely didn't say it. All right.
You didn't say it one time.
We're looking at 2 games though to opening up the season.
And what happened? I thought last thing I knew, everyone
whole thing.
hated Gobert. Last thing I knew, no one wanted to play with him anymore.
I'm sure they still do. But what do
Reed,
you do?
they
may
still
not-
have problems. Him
Yeah,
and Mitchell
but-
still probably don't like each other.
They had to. You think they pieced it out? They had to have done some sort of.
It's a
Think they just
distraction.
don't talk. Think they
It's-
just don't talk.
I think it's absolutely a distraction.
One of them is out. Like
Yeah.
Mitchell's probably out realistically.
I
Come over to the Knicks. Come over to the
Bring
Knicks.
him on. Speaking
Come
of,
join
That's too good of a, that's
Mitchell.
way too. It's way too good of a player for the Knicks.
I mean,
finally, right?
why would he go from
Thibodeau?
a
Yeah,
guy?
we're trying to get Tibbs for
Yeah.
years.
Oh
We
my
were trying to get
gosh.
him since 2012.
Yeah, I'll
Literally.
tell you what, buddy. It makes no difference.
No coach
Yeah.
makes a difference
Terrible.
for the Knicks.
It's the Phil Jackson thing all over again. Oh, we got Phil. We're gonna be great. Nope, no one wants to.
We had
pump
Phil.
it.
We're the only organization in sports history where you get a guy like Phil Jackson to make your team worse.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
to
how
that-
bad the Knicks are.
So that's a far different situation because Tibbs is actually coaching. Phil was the first time executive. But I will say, I don't think,
point.
I mean, as long as Dolan's there, I mean, we've had a long, tough, hard life as Knick fans so far. Don't see it getting better anytime soon. I hope, but
Dolan's had a significant impact on our lives in a very, very bad way.
yeah.
I mean,
Very bad
ownership.
way.
Ownership
at
is.
the end of the day, it's great. Thibodeau's great. Love him. Great coach. We thought Fizdale was the guy. You know?
Yeah, he'll be
Like,
out in
it-
3
it-
years.
It never.
We
It
thought
never.
give him 3
Fisher
years.
might have been a good idea. You know, we thought Mike D'Antoni. Actually, he wasn't. We actually won games when he was around. But I
Like,
mean,
he
at
needs
the
to
end
be
of the day,
Gary Payton
yeah.
under Thibodeau.
know?
All you gotta do is you gotta get rid of that ownership. I mean, I bet you guys are praying a guy like Mahomes goes and spends some of that money to buy you, like he just bought a part of the Royals. Like, what is with this? With these pro athletes are all of a sudden like, you know what? I'm gonna go buy teams. Like, no, I'm sorry, I don't want Bradley Beal and Travis Kelce deciding who's playing third base for the Mets next year. I don't want it. I don't think anyone wants that. You think Mahomes should be deciding who's going to be the starting rotation for the Royals?
Gonna.
When has
though.
that been a thing? When has that ever even
Yeah.
been a thing?
I
Never
think
heard
they're
of
really
it.
just gonna reap the benefits.
know?
I think they're actually gonna be in the operations part.
Well, the thing is, though,
Kelsey's gonna be like, all right, yeah, no, Petey, you're out today, pal.
You know what, man? With the luck that I have, it's probably going to happen. I'm
He's
going
at
to have
football
Bradley
practice,
Beal
he's
as my
stretching
starting
with-
left fielder next year.
Yeah, Beal's gonna have a
Tyreek,
Twitch
what are you
chat.
thinking? Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know how much detail they're gonna get into it. Like, I mean, if they do, that's messed up because like,
Let's have
You
Mason,
should not be starting
let's have
rotation.
Mason Plumlee of all people go talk to
Saying.
Nimmo out in the outfield.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
really.
like it's just crazy to me because it's like you want ownership that's just going to kind of say, here, I'm going to hire the people that are going to make the right decisions. I'm going to put you in charge of putting the best product on the field or on the court or on whatever. That's it. But then you have a guy like we just said with Dolan who everyone knows he's too involved. So that's why no one ever wants to come and play under him. It's like, do the same thing you did with the Rangers, dude. Stay out of it.
Yep.
Like, that's it.
Yeah, but I think it's a different time. A lot of these players, you always hear stories of players going broke throughout the years. Now I think they're getting a lot of smarter. They're trying to make investments like owning teams. And a lot of these guys aren't, like we said, not on the day-to-day front. And honestly, you're telling me a lot of these owners know what they're doing? They just have a piece and they delegate. Like, these big hedge fund managers that own these teams, you really think they are doing the daily operations of these teams? They delegate.
Yeah.
They just have
And
a piece of it.
And as I just said, those are the best types of owners. So, you know,
Yes.
that's
Exactly.
what I'm saying. It's, exactly.
Well, let's just hope that.
I'd like to see Kelsey in the owner's box.
Yeah,
chugging
cool.
beers.
Hopefully, he just doesn't just, like do anything.
Yeah.
for them.
Just
actually.
give me Uncle Stevie and call it a day, man. Like, get all these other guys out of here. A-Rod, shouldn't A-Rod be banned from baseball? Like, you want to ban him from everything else? Ban him from owning my team. I don't want him owning my team. Get him the hell away from the Mets.
Why would he be bad? He knows baseball.
He's a
more than anyone.
broadcaster. He's a broadcaster.
true.
Literally,
He's the best baseball
it's-
analyst ever. It's
Listen,
unbelievable.
it's so good.
If it
He's
was,
very
if it was
good.
just A-Rod, and that was it. It's this gigantic sideshow of an ownership group that is just not necessary. You don't want that. Like, the Mets have had enough distractions over the years with the Madoff stuff, with all of that. Why do we need another distraction like that? It just doesn't make any sense. Get an owner that's just going to put the money out there and put the people in charge that should be making the decisions. That's it. It's not even a question to me.
I just
think
think that's what
A-Rod though involved, like someone that actually knows baseball over like some random rich guy that just buys the team that doesn't know anything.
Yeah,
I'd rather have Juice in charge of my team.
Show me the guy with multi-billions. That's what I want. I want the guy that has all the money in the world, that has artwork that was worth more than the Mets payroll last year. That's the guy I want owning my team, and you're never gonna convince me otherwise.
I'll take Juice.
Okay, well, I hope he goes and buys the Yanks. I hope that happens.
I hope so too.
Maybe he'll buy the Knicks too.
I'll take that too.
Give me that one.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, literally though, like Mahomes is like living like your childhood dream, like winning like the lottery, like, and then buying your favorite sports team.
Literally.
Like that guy's 20. He's living life, man. Guys, he
crazy.
just can't jet ski ever, which does suck.
Why couldn't he have bought the Mets? He's a huge Mets fan, the guy. Why are you buying the Royals?
Oh, his dad. I was gonna say, why the hell is Mahomes a Met fan?
Yeah, because his dad was on the Mets.
Okay. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. We'll see. Hopefully, we get an answer to that question soon. But what we will definitely get an answer for soon is who's going to be the NHL champion this year. Finally starting Saturday?
Saturday is underway. 12 o'clock. New York Rangers, baby.
Results.
LGR.
Testing results just came in. Who you guys playing? The Canes?
Hurricanes, right? Yes, sir. Yeah.
Testing just came back yesterday for NHL. They're really good results. I don't know. I think there were some COVID positives, but they didn't say who. But
I don't think
they said it was overall good.
Any.
I thought it was like someone, not even a player, like I don't.
Maybe a personnel staff or something.
Yeah, I could be talking about my ass, but either way, they're good to go. The bubble's ready to go. I mean, there's already been a fight, a good one too.
Good fight, yeah.
Boychuk Lemieux, see that? That was a nice
I watched
fight.
that. It was a good fight.
Back, baby.
You know what's crazy? I think they're the only league, and I don't know why. I just don't foresee any problems with them finishing the season. I just feel like they have all been on board on the same exact page about let's do whatever it takes to get it done. If it means me staying on lockdown, it means me staying on lockdown in a bubble. You don't hear about any of these guys doing the wrong thing. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, they've done a good job. They've really kept up with it.
Dude, that's just what the hockey players are, dude. They're like, all right, when can we play? I just want to get on the ice. Like, tell me what the hell to do.
You never hear about guys holding out.
Dudes, like,
yeah,
they just want drama play. Ever.
They just want to play. You don't hear holdouts. You don't hear I want to be traded. You just don't hear it. These guys just want to play hockey. It's such a pure thing.
I swear to God, that's why it's not as popular on ESPN, because there's never drama. It's just like bullshit. But I swear to God, it's like, oh, dude, if like someone was like doing something, getting arrested, or like doing something illegal all the time, then it'd be on ESPN every day. But just because they like to play hockey, no one gives a shit.
The league of
I think they have a lot less leverage though too than a lot of other leagues. The players.
In
what way?
Yeah.
I mean, just a lot less leverage. I mean, what's the top salaries in the NHL?
Yeah, no, they do. I mean, it's not.
It's not like
value's not the same.
11 million.
Yeah,
it's not. Still though, like the same, kind of like the same principle. But
like who in the NHL has as much power as I'll name the top like 5 guys in the NBA. Like,
in Canada though.
Yeah,
Canada, God.
Canada.
Yeah, but clearly, all that does is cause problems, as it does in every other league. Like that's what we're saying. Like it's the system that works. To be honest, man, The players are the employees. Like, could you imagine you going to your boss and saying, nah, not playing. I want to be traded to that department. Like, doesn't work like that. It just doesn't happen like
They
that.
know their
Why are
boundaries.
these guys different?
They know their
It's
boundaries. I
different.
mean,
The
they've
players
had.
are finally. It's been like that for years. The players are finally smartening up and trying to, get more power. It's been kind of heading that way for years in a lot of sports.
And Gary Bettman sucks too. So on top of that, you have a shitty commissioner, and you're still getting shit done. So, hats off to them. I'm excited though. There's some good matchups. I mean, I'm my most excited matchup is Edmonton Oilers versus Blackhawks. That's going to be a sick matchup. I mean,
It will be a good one.
Should be.
I'm hoping I just see scoring all around, and I'm really hoping the Blackhawks to make a push. I don't know.
The Blackhawks are such an all or nothing sort of team in the playoffs. You either see them go and make a huge run, take it all the way, or just shit the bed and get swept in the first round. It's just
That's what they've been
year
doing
in,
the
year
last
out.
couple of years. I mean, they've lost some players, the big players, Hossa and Sharp and Seabrook, but you still have Patty Kane. It's almost not even arguably the best USA-born player of all time. I mean, who else? You're going to put who? Jeremy Roenick or it's really Kane now. It's crazy. Guy's 31 years old, and you already can say he's the best American player ever to play the game.
Edmonton's a favorite.
Yeah, you got to be. I mean, Edmonton
they should be, yeah.
fifth in the West.
Yeah.
Edmonton was fifth in the West. I'm pretty sure Chicago was like 12th. But
Right.
I mean, and you can't. How can you not? You got the best player that ever's put on skates in McDavid and Draisaitl. I mean, they got 200 something points, and they didn't even finish the season. That's the best duo. That duo for the next 10 years is going to be scary. If they don't win at least 2 cups in the next couple years, then I don't even know.
Flyers Bruins is my favorite series to watch.
I mean, an ugly one. This is gonna be
Outside of the Rangers, but yeah,
Flyers were unbelievable to end the regular
fire.
season.
Unbelievable.
on fire.
Boston was great all year.
I think in our first episode, I picked them as my prediction to be in the cup. Potentially win the cup.
The only thing is, like, they were hot,
Pittsburgh.
like the hottest team in the league. But how hot is a team when you missed? Like, is that still
You
carrying
don't know
over?
what we're gonna get.
Who
Nobody
knows? For any sport, whoever's hot, like you're missing 3 months. Do you still have that confidence,
Yeah.
or are you not going to be? Or it's a whole new thing. It could be both. I don't know. We'll see. We got to see. That's why I'm so pumped for this shit to happen.
I know.
Yeah, it's definitely time.
It's going to be
By the way,
electric.
Patty Kane only makes $10 million a year.
I
Mm.
know.
You just said he's the best
deserves
player in American history. You said
He's the best
Besides
American
Gretzky?
foreign player.
American
$10
player,
million.
sorry. $10 million.
Yeah. I think fucking Mahomes gets that every time he wipes his ass.
I feel like the NHL is a lot less reliant on their star power as other leagues. You know what I mean? Like the
Cross-
NHL fan
That's
base is
true.
going to be there. That's why they get paid more. That's why they're more or less have more leverage than some of these other sports.
Yeah,
Some of
honestly,
the other leagues are more star driven, I feel.
I don't know. I feel like people show up to see certain players in the NHL quite a bit.
think-
Like,
I would say less though. I guess honestly, if I have to think about it, probably less. But it's tough. I don't know, and it's also tough because it's like so many Canadian teams too. Like it's different.
Yeah, that is
So I don't
true.
really know.
yeah.
Like I mean, in Canada, dude, if you're a hockey player, you can't even walk down the street without getting mobbed. So it's just we don't see it on that side. So I don't know. I mean, it's kind of both. I can see it that way. I mean, I mean, compared to like LeBron, there's no LeBron.
Fellas, so I wanted to kind of finish something off and go back to our comments we're seeing from our Facebook page. You guys
Dude.
seeing some of this information?
Shit.
Dude,
You see
they
what we're
hate us. They hate us. I don't understand. And no
They
one's
hate
watching. That's the
baseball.
craziest thing. These are people that aren't even watching our video and just saying, hey, you're idiots. Why would we watch this? Not a chance. Like,
I
dude,
know.
Jerry? That
Let's
guy
give
Jerry
him a little
hates
background
us.
of what we're talking about.
Kenneth ripped us
We-
apart. He'd rather watch
thought
paint
it
dry
was
in the MLB.
He did say paint dry. I was.
Kenneth is
Let's
destroying us.
give the audience a little backdrop of what we tried to do. So we've been trying to boost our viewership, and so we made a Facebook advertisement on our last episode. Baseball is back, and these random people, like the average age was like 65, just coming at our necks.
Oh, yeah.
So mad about
Jerry
baseball
was
coming
going
back.
right at you, Jake. Jerry was
I
going
think it was
right
the
for
same
you.
Jerry that helped me into his house.
See, it's full circle.
Oh, now it makes sense.
Dude,
It
you know what?
makes
You
a
know
lot
what
of
I
sense,
laugh
but
at
no,
even more?
people apparently are pissed. Huh?
Dude, I find the funniest thing of all, not even the people that comment, are the people that take the time to click on the reactions and to make the angry face in our videos. Like, dude, you think we care? We're going to keep doing this until we all hate each other. It has nothing to do with people hating us. We don't care.
Yeah.
Well,
I've never
I'll
seen
take it though.
So angry at
I mean-
just not even us making a podcast, just the fact that we're celebrating that baseball's back.
I
They're
think
so
we gotta
mad.
start clickbaiting people. Like, we have to name the next episode like something that to appeal to that demographic, just so they click on it. Then they're gonna
Just
dislike
say-
the video, but we're gonna get the views. We gotta be
Yeah,
smart,
so
here, boys. Clickbait
Catching
is
Karen?
huge. Catching Karen.
You like that one?
I mean, dude, the haters didn't win. The haters
Oh,
absolutely
a new
didn't
Netflix
win.
haters-
episode.
I like that one a lot, that name. The
That's what I'm
haters
saying.
didn't win.
The haters didn't win.
Nah.
I know.
That'll be the title of this
I
episode.
actually I gave in to the haters. I commented to Jerry. Me and Jerry went at it.
All right.
What'd you say?
Well, Jerry was pissed. Jerry came at us not about baseball, just saying that like we suck. So I kind of came back at Jerry a little bit.
Called him the biggest
Yeah.
loser he's ever seen.
I
going
called
for
him-
Jerry.
I said you're the biggest loser I've ever seen. You butt fuck.
You know what?
And,
We're gonna dedicate this episode to you, Jerry. You know what? We got a lot of exciting stuff coming on right now. We've got all our sports coming back, and we're not going anywhere. So you know what? If you like what we're saying, tune in next week, and hopefully we can make you laugh.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can keep this stuff going for a long time.
Sorry,
we
Absolutely.
didn't
Jerry.
play butt ball, Jerry. We played real baseball. You fucking asshole.
All right.
All right.
Enjoy basketball, hockey. Everything's back. We're all back. Enjoy.
We'll
Bad
see you.
boys.
We'll see you guys next week.